Look, women can't control themselves around emotionally mature men. Studies show that we as men don't mature until we're 43 years of age. So we don't have time for that. So today, I'm gonna show you 43 harsh truths you need to learn so you can emotionally mature faster and become desirable to any woman around you. Let's get started. Number 1, girls who party every weekend will cheat on you. Women that party all the time are desperate and seeking male validation. The moment she stops getting that from you, she's gonna cheat and do that with someone else. So never date a girl that loves to party and never marry her. Number 2, you don't need as much sex as you think. The more desperate you are for sex, the more women will control you. So stop making it a top priority and you'll escape the trap that a few men even realize they're in. Number 3, success hinges more on what you subtract from your life rather than what you add on your life. See, so many people hinge the idea of success on things that they add, right? Some new productivity tool, some new biohacking trick. But the reality is, you still spend all your days on social media, you're spending hours playing video games, and none on accomplishing your goal. To truly succeed in life, you have to eliminate what's dragging you down before you start adding anything. Number 4, nothing is permanent, not the good or the bad. When things are good, enjoy it, but remember, it's not gonna last forever. And when things are bad, know that it's not permanent either, and eventually things will get better. 5, girls don't think about you as much as you think about them. Most women are too focused on their own insecurities to even notice that little pimple you have on your nose. So stop worrying about it, be confident. 6, you find what works for you and ignore what doesn't. You're gonna hear all kinds of advice on how you should live your life. You should look at what works for you and then ignore everything else. Number 7, if she has to choose between you and someone else, you're doomed. Every man will eventually be put in a position where the woman will have to choose between him and another man. If you are ever in that position, walk away immediately. For a relationship to work, you have to be choice number 1. And if you aren't that from the start, you're doomed. Number 8, women want men that miss their goals. You see, women don't mind men that aim super high, but they end up missing. They end up coming short. What they do mind is when you aim low and you always hit your goals. Because even though this guy failed, he still accomplished more than all the little goals that this guy did. Meaning, you should always aim high, because even if you miss, chances are you're beating everyone else. Number 9, your genetics aren't as important as your habits. You see, every runner has the same goal of winning. And in the same way, all of us, we're all just trying to look better. However, it is the guy that has the best grooming habits that ultimately looks best. And the best place to start for a man is with the proper grooming routine. And most men don't even know where to start because it is complicated. So I always suggest look for a system that works for you. Geology for me has been it for 4 years because it's a customized system. They take a look at your skin, your problems, and then they formulate a system of products that they deliver right to your door, and all you have to do is make sure you apply them. 10, body count absolutely matters, bro. You see, when we have sex, our bodies produce a bonding hormone called oxytocin. If someone is producing that bonding hormone constantly with all these different people, and it doesn't turn into a bond, it's gonna stop working. It won't work with you. And this is why a high body count is not just a bad thing for a woman and it's a red flag. It's a bad thing for you as a man as well. So you need to stop associating a high body count with success, as it's only gonna take you down a bad road. At this point, we've already gone through 10 hard truths about success, women, and business. But there are 33 more hard truths I want you to learn about so you can truly crush it in life. Number 11, cheating is a form of weakness, not a lack of love. Whether you're the one who cheats or you're the one that gets cheated on, know that it comes from a weakness and an inability to uphold commitments. Number 12, there is no speed limit on the things that you do, right? There is no rush for you to get married, finish college, or even buy a house. You have your own freedom to accomplish things at your own pace, as long as you get them done. Number 13, your hands, they won't make you rich. Some of the hardest working people in the world earn the lowest paychecks, and I would know, because I used to do landscaping. So did my father. The men that built the country usually live paycheck to paycheck. So if you want to get rich, you have to start using your mind by planning, investing, and starting a business. 14, rejection is the price you pay for getting women. When you're trying to meet new women, rejection is like you paying a toll. It's something that you and even billionaires have to deal with. The point is, you don't let rejection hold you back, and you should see it as a normal part of the process. And your goal should be to talk to as many of them as possible. Now, of course, you do have an ability to control how women react, because ultimately, The better you look, the better you're gonna be perceived by women. This is a no-brainer. This is why one of the areas I always like to take care of that most men never do is the eyes. So I grab my Geology eye cream, and every night I like to apply a little bit under the eyes. What this will do is it'll make sure you take the puffiness out, but also brighten up your eyes, remove any sort of wrinkles, which is crucial because when you approach a girl, the first thing that she'll look at is your eyes. And like I mentioned, with Geology, this is part of my program. Right now, they have a 70% discount that if you want your own customized kit with all the products that you need, you guys can click the link down below, take their quiz to see what your skin issues are that they can fix, and then get 70% discount, which is a steal. Number 15, feeling depressed doesn't mean you have depression. You have to understand that your emotions like depression or anxiety, they're completely natural. And it is only when they just keep persisting, even after all your efforts to try to fix them, that you can consider them a problem. But if you stop villainizing emotions and realize that they come and go, you won't be a slave to it. Number 16, being nice doesn't mean that they're attracted to you. The waitress, the store clerk, or some other random girl that was just being polite to you doesn't necessarily mean she was being attracted to you. Number 17, the longer you hesitate, the harder it becomes. When you want to go up and talk to a girl or you want to discuss something with your current girl, the longer you hesitate, the harder that becomes. So whenever you want to approach a girl or you want to bring up something uncomfortable, do it right then and there. 18, being nice will hold you back in life. You see, the nice guy will let his girlfriend cheat on him. The nice employee is never going to get a raise. You have to understand that being nice and being kind are not the same thing, and you could be getting played. Number 19, even in a relationship, women will never stop testing you. Women want confident men. So they might even say no when you ask them out the first time, or they might even banter with you or make fun of you while in a relationship. The better you can emotionally handle these situations, the more attractive you'll be. So always keep your cool and never react negatively when a woman pushes your limits. Number 20, you need to become the person you want to date. If you want a loyal girl, you partying and sleeping around every weekend isn't gonna attract that. In the same way, if you want a girl that's hot, that's a 10, that has perfect skin, that's beautiful, you can't be walking around with acne. This is why, as a man, you have to take care of your appearance. The more attractive you become, the more attractive the partner you can attract. So for example, if you have acne, the first thing you should do is get yourself a face wash that has salicylic acid. This is a trick most guys don't know, but salicylic acid will cut through all the oil buildup to make sure it doesn't clog your pores and stops breakouts. The one that I use, of course, is from Geology. All my skincare products are from Geology because it's just easy. Like, I'm a dude, I like practical. I get what I need delivered to my door. Geology knows I have oily skin, therefore it sent me a product that tackled that issue. You can do the same. If you guys want to check them out, it'll be linked down below with a 70% discount because you have to start looking more attractive to attract more attractive women. Number 21, drugs and alcohol are like a snooze button for life. When you hit the snooze button on your alarm clock, you delay facing the day and its responsibility. The same thing happens with drugs and alcohol. When you turn to Theyre, you avoid having to deal with life's challenges. But just like hitting the snooze button every morning doesn't make you less tired, drugs and alcohol won't make your challenges and responsibilities disappear. You see, the novelty of chasing multiple women, it's fun, but the act of committing to just one woman is what gives you loyalty. And look, you're gonna want different things at different times of your life, but know that both of those are mutually exclusive. Number 23, complimenting a girl's looks, it's pointless. Girls always hear how pretty they are, which means appearance-based comments, they mean nothing to them. So switch it up. Compliment her on her intelligence, her voice, or even her fashion, and she's gonna start seeing you in a different light from all the other men. 24, doing well in high school without even trying is actually a disadvantage. You see, cruising through school might seem like a positive, but when you don't challenge yourself or you develop a good work ethic, you're gonna struggle when you face more demanding situations in the real world, like college, work, or your own business. Number 25, love is not enough. You know, the movies and your friends will tell you, oh, love is all you need for a good relationship. It's not. When you're looking to date or even marry, love is necessary, but don't overlook kindness, support, and reliability. Look, boys, we're almost halfway through this video, but I have 18 more hard truths I want you to learn. And the last one is a personal story that completely changed my life for the better. Number 26, contentness is the enemy of change. You see, most of you, if you're too comfortable or happy with where you are, you'll never achieve or strive for something great or something better. So when you set your goals, you have to make sure they're always outside of your level of comfort where you are right now, but still achievable through effort. Confidence comes from the acceptance of failure. You see, confidence is not a byproduct of win after win after win. What it is, instead, it's a byproduct of loss after loss after loss after loss. What ends up happening is that when you become accepting of failure as a normal process in your life, and you don't let it stop you, but instead you just continue to take losses, you will eventually hit, and it'll be parabolic, because the amount of determination it required for you to keep going, you will now use to propel you into success. Whereas when you constantly win and never experience a failure, you'll never truly know what you're made of, meaning you'll never truly be confident. Number 28, alcohol is the only drug people will judge you for not doing. Alcohol, it's something that has zero benefit for your life, yet it is so ingrained in our society that when you don't do it, you're gonna get judged for it. Number 29, mental health is not a destination, it is an outcome. Mental health is not something you simply reach and then you stop working on. Rather, it is a continuous state of being that requires constant effort, awareness, and maintenance. 30, love means something different for everyone. Look, you're gonna fall in love with the first girl you date because you've never experienced those emotions before. But as you get older and you date more girls, you're gonna fall in love a lot slower, and you're gonna start understanding the difference between love and lust. Number 31, if you're young and you're getting everything you want, you have a girl that's a 5, you make $30,000 a year, and you just started your side hustle, you're on the wrong path. It's not that you're built like that, you're just not aiming high enough. You're staying in the safe zone. You should be shooting for a girl that's a 10, a $300,000 a year job, or a business that's $1 million a year. And yes, all of that sounds impossible, but that's how it should be, because you should be failing at least 60% of the time in your life, and if you're not aiming high enough. Number 32, reading is important, writing is better. It will improve your ability to communicate, your ability to think critically, and understand complicated subjects. So I want you to start writing down your day and your emotions every single day. Number 33, being average is a death sentence. The average person is overweight, in debt, lonely, without purpose, and depressed in life. So you should make a point of exercising regularly, avoiding credit card debt, spending time with friends and family, setting long-term goals, and watch how you'll crawl yourself out of being that average man. Number 34, you'll regret going to college, but you'll also regret not going to college. You have to understand that there are potential downfalls for every decision you make in life. So whatever decision you make, it has to align with your goals and values, and understand you will always be missing out on something. Number 35, success, it's a series of just back-to-back failure. Success is not an upwards line. It is a series of back-to-back failures that you've endured. So if you find yourself consistently failing in your businesses, consistently getting rejected by girls, then you are on the exact path you need to be. Number 36, after a certain point, people don't change. So you should accept your friends and your family as they are, or don't accept them. But you shouldn't be wasting your energy trying to change them. Number 37, gurus are false idols, and most courses are created by failures. Because think about it, if you were truly earning millions of dollars, you would not spend your time teaching others how to do it. Think about it. If a teenage stock trader knew the secret of the stock market, he wouldn't tell you about it. Number 38, women will treat you based on how you present yourself. If you present yourself as a competent man, then she will treat you as such. But if you present yourself as this needy, desperate guy, well, you can imagine the outcome. Now, the quickest way to keep your composure is to keep your emotions to yourself. You can talk about them with your friends and your family, but never express them to the girl you're trying to get to like you. Number 39, the victim never wins. Even if you are the victim, you might be right, but behaving like one won't take you anywhere. You have to realize life will be very unfair on times, and you're probably right, but you have to keep pushing. Number 40, looks matter. Look, looks are not the most important thing in a relationship, but it is the most important thing to start a relationship. So do not fall into the trap of body positivity or accepting yourself for who you are. Dude, you are so handsome, and accepting that lie is gonna stop you from getting there. So I want you to improve your appearance constantly, and you'll not only get more attention from women, you're also gonna notice you're gonna start being treated better. So one trick that I like to do, most men don't do, is have a night cream. This night cream is from Geology. It'll apply nice and thick. It has retinol and niacinamide, which is great for not only hydrating the skin, but also repairing it as you sleep. The next day, you're gonna look amazing. Number 41, the sexiest things have the ugliest returns. The sexiest things in life, alcohol, drugs, pornography, all feel great the first time you try them, good the second time, and then progressively worse the more you do it. Now, compare that to working on a business, exercising, or reading a book. They start off terrible, but ultimately give you better and better returns the more time you spend on them. Number 42, don't hang out with bad friends just because you've known them for a while. Surrounding yourself with positive and supportive people will uplift you. Think about it. It's like you and I going out for a lunch date consistently. We're gonna always grow. On the other side, if they're negative, if they're always bringing you down, it will hold you back and negatively impact your life. If the guys you know are negative, I don't care how long you've known them, you have to get rid of them. Number 43, you don't actually want to be a millionaire. I remember once hearing a story about a fisherman. Every day, he would go out and catch enough fish to feed his family. Once he was done, he would sit back on his beach with his friends and family playing games while he was sipping on his favorite wine. One day, a businessman came along that same beach and told the fisherman if he were to fish all day, he would eventually catch enough fish that he could start selling them for a profit. Now the fisherman, he just listened, he nodded along, encouraging the businessman to continue. Now the fisherman was just actively listening, nodding along, basically encouraging the businessman to keep telling him more. So the businessman kept explaining he could scale. The more he sold for a profit, he could then get a bigger boat, hire a crew, start his own company, and eventually sell that to a large corporation for millions of dollars. The fisherman then asked, how long would this take? To which the businessman responded, at least 40 years. Now the fisherman sat back in his chair, he took a few moments to think, and then asked him, why would he go through all that trouble? To which the businessman then responded, that by then, he wouldn't have to work anymore, and instead, he could spend time with his friends and family on the beach, sipping his favorite wine. The moral of the story is that most of you don't actually want to be rich. You just want the benefits that come with being rich, which is usually just freedom and time. But the reality is, you don't need that much money. In fact, I remember when I started working my businesses, I was earning less than I was earning at my job at the time. However, I was happier because I had my freedom and my time back, even though I was earning less than my job and I wasn't doing something I didn't care about. So the question you need to ask yourself is, what would you be willing to do if it meant that you would earn less, however, you would have more time and more freedom? Honestly, I'd be curious to hear all your comments down below, and who knows, you might help some of the guys in the community as well. But if you practice these 43 laws that I just talked to you about, you'll be ahead of everyone.